How is things gonna happen with all of the pressure that is given by the side of team GPX to do so? But yeah, here we go. Here we go to the second ban and phase here. GPX Basreng along with the Bigetron era, they will be doing it. GPX will be going for the first pick, while for the side of Bigetron, they will be doing the surprise pick again. Maybe with the last pick later on. But there you go. A ban here from GPX not allowing Bigetron era to go for this Bruno.
Okay, Bruno, and okay, 1-1 is just banned off again. Minotaur, on the other hand, I would say that this was a template pick, but it was a calculated move, I might say that. And the next one is actually on the side of Guinevere. Guinevere is quite powerful, that we can see that even the Minotaur has a great combination onto that. Both teams just banned that out. And maybe it would nice to see a maybe temple ban. Then for the Matilda, it will also be nice, or even the Diggy. But even so, trying to see what happened in the first game, GPX Basreng used the Diggy. It helped in a quite nice of a nick of a time, but at the same time, it didn't really give that much of an impact. Or maybe a Faramis would also be a well-used ban, or maybe a respect ban onto the side of maybe a Hilda or maybe the Yuzhong. A Terisla would also be nice, but then again, closing off one of the junglers here that is quite classical for Bigetron era is the Baksha. A high mobility used a white quite well on how they try to maneuver over it. So let's just close it up. And for the last ban, it's the Valentina. We all know that how powerful that is going to be a problem if they try to find it again. But GPX Basreng just pulled in on the Joy for the first pick here. Quite an early pick for the Joy. High mobility, high better chance to do so. Even that we've got to see that in the before games for today's match, how Lele tried to maneuver over it with that Joy. It's actually really quite good move. And Bigetron era shadow picking that Fanny.
Who? That Vanny! We missed that Vanny from Vival. Are they gonna be picking that one? I mean, like, it's the same concept like Joy. It's a high mobility hero that can be picked, but no. I mean, like, there is on the way. We have the Matilda that can be used along with a Terizla. So it's a very good setup hero here from Bigetron. A very good penalty zone skill along with that Matilda. Soul Bloom, along with that Circling Eagle. There might be targeting players from the side of GPX Basreng, but picking over the Bakito and also an Angela. This is a comfort pick for GPX. Are they going to be going for Joy Jungle, EXP for the Pakito? And then this, I'm not sure for this Angela, but it's still a flex pick. It can be used as a mid lane along as the roamer here. It depends on what kind of hero that they were expecting for more. But if they are going for a different kind of, I think like it's better for putting this Angela as a mid lane so they can try to pick a roamer later on. But yeah, a cloud pick here for Bigetron era. They're chasing for the back lines. So whoever is gonna be picked for the side of GPX Basreng will be chased on by this presence of that cloud. And I think like whoever they pick for this needs to be careful. Brody is the one that I was thinking, but they're directly banning over that. It's just a huge respect towards Chinchao. Are they gonna be forcing Chinchao to use heroes like a carry here? Because carry or even the Bruno is not available. So it's either carry, Clint, or maybe they want Chinchao to use another hero on the gold lane side.
Well, a Beatrix would actually be nice, but oh, they're banning off the Irithel. I think it's just force banning the Bruno or even the Beatrix. It's either one of it.
Yeah, I think so, but it's still, I was hoping something's different for this.
Or they're going to throw out the Ixia.
It's possible though.
But they choose to ban off the Kadita because knowing the Bigetron era really didn't have that mage yet, in that early centric. So it would be a very big problem if maybe a Sicilian or maybe a Kadita is actually just free to use.
It's just simply banning favorite hero of Chinzi, Chindita, and also Chin Leon is directly being banned here. There's no Novaria, but there is Chin Sparsha. Chinsha here.
Chinsha.
Chinsha. Chinsha. But yeah, Chinsha. Chinsa, yeah. But with the first show that is being picked, it means that the AoE coming from Bigetron era is better and it's huge here. But the Kufra's call on GPX Basreng side, they want to put it that way with tons of single target hero. I'm really confused on what kind of hero that they will try to pick, but Beatrix is the best one, I guess. Or a Melissa? No, it's
Clint.
a Clint. Okay.
Okay, a crit one would be very nice because
But it's pretty high risk though.
true. It's high risk, but going against the Cloud, she may have more mobility, but at the same time, Clint has more range and also the crit. So it would be a very difficult thing. And
pressuring the Cloud.
In the early, it would be a very great pressure. And for Bigetron era, I think it's left for the jungler here.
Yeah, so a Martes pick here for the side of Bigetron, and if they are going for a very early situation, I don't know. For this one, I was thinking like something else that might be tried to put here from the GPX side with all of the heroes that they would try to pick. They are exchanging hero here, so I really wonder who is actually going to be put into the jungle. It's definitely supposed to be on the Joy. It's supposed to be that way. So a Violet on a Paquito. We don't understand how aggressive she is whenever she is using the Paquito. Hopefully, with those draft, GPX will be able to try to conquer what was BTR did on the first game. But with those team fight line up from Bigetron, those heroes, it is a strong one, to be honest.
It is a very strong. I actually really like that lineup, but seeing how they
it's
play,
like a solid lineup.
yeah,
coming from the side of
seeing how
Bigetron
they
there.
play in the first match, if they keep on getting to
Yeah.
that aggressiveness, that Martis will just be mind blowing, I might say.
Yeah.
So let's not wait any longer. Getting in to match number 3, game number 2, GPX Basreng versus Bigetron era.
Ho ho! It's gonna be super interesting for this second game. And the prediction, like somehow I do feel like with all of the draft that they are having here, GPX Basreng have something that can be shown. Oh ho, but the presence from Tall here. This is what they need to be understand. The Violet with the Paquito, Tall with the Kufra, Chincha with the Clan, Caramel with the Joy. They are going all out here on the draft. They are going with the signature pick. They are going with all the things that they know. And look at that one, Vivian actually receiving so much damage. And it might be a first blood, but Flicker forced to be used.
Okay, again to be used. Wings by Wings has been activated for the earliness for this because the Paquito is trying to burst down onto Chinzi. Let's not forget that Shell and Jincho is just going it out here down in the bottom lane.
Yeah. So right now, from the side of GPX, they still want to play aggressively, just like what we mentioned before, how aggressive they can be. But look at that B-Ball playing around with those movement. Ashura Aura is not being used yet. Puni, they really need to understand how the movement from the Vival is going to be like super important. If they are able to stop the growth of Vival, it will be good for the side of Team GPX Mastering. But if it's not, from the side of Team Bigetron, and will have a lot of leads, and there you go, Vival able to secure the neutral objective while Caramel still trying to get back and not forcing it to the side of Bigetron.
Okay, knowing that Bigetron is just finding a way to be that aggressive, but usually what happens in the first game, they try to all just go head on because they want that point very much. But onto that second game, both teams will just move as quite non-aggressive as the first match because they're trying to move it as more of a tactical way during the fights also. And not to mention that, okay, Tyrant's Rage and the Revenge going in with the penalty zone, getting again with the Feather Airstrike onto the back line, needs to escape again with even BTR Fumi getting that hit. Even that Vivo gets the chance to pull out the turtle for a bit of a contest.
It was like a very hard time to concentrate on one thing. Like, at some point, we see Vivo getting over the turtle, but before that, they were chasing down for Vivian, that is pretty low, Fumi, and how Chinzy being saved up by the dash coming from that Vivian. So they are maximizing the potential of each hero that is being used by Bigetron era. They just know how to avoid the war, how to avoid things with the aggressiveness from KPX. But there you go, Caramel going in a little bit further, but there is a bouncing ball, Fire Strike. It's being ignored right here, but Tall is pretty low, and it will be a first blood in the hand of Vivian.
Okay, that decimation and a last hit from Vivian is just purely very good. And the 3rd minute, finally getting a first blood, it will be a very heavy scented thing. Okay, all 4 people going in again, stunning the only marksman here, but with the hard guard trying to help in, it is cannot be helped right there. But even so, Caramel gets to do so and getting that 1 versus 1. But for me, I don't think that it's a good trade. GPX Basreng got their marksman picked off by Bigetron era. It's far more expensive trade onto GPX side.
That is right, but look at that, what Hurry is trying to open up something here to the side of Bigetron, but there is no follow-up at all. It's pretty low right now, trying to get back a little bit. Ashura Aura unable to get close, but Violet is being known the location and the presence by the Vivian Soul Bloom here. So GPX Basreng right now still trying to go and aim for more, but Caramel was seeking for the presence of Bigetron era, and I think with the Rhythm of Joy that is already been used here, I don't think it's not going to be easy for them to jump in and getting over the turtle. But look at that one, setup.
Revenge going in with the penalty zone onto the back line with the Feather Airstrike cancelled out by Violet. Then again, Jinzhao being in the first line here with Hard Guard following up with Tall being that bit of the frontliner, but a decimation taking it down, leaving Violet only bit of a heal. But then again, another double kill secured by Vivo, only not there to extend Fumi, leaving only bit of a health. And Tall, Funi, and even Caramel still can go back, but the bottom turret is no longer safe.
Oh, it's no longer safe, no longer able to be contested. But there you go, Vivo will go directly into the objective gameplay here. It's a very good snowball, to be honest. With that Vivo collecting 301 here, Chinzy going for the Clock of Destiny, finishing it off, and maybe going for the Lightning Truncheon to collect all of the stacks right there. But Caramel, I think like the progress of Caramel is a little bit okay here, because we know that actually she is getting 2 kills so far. So it's pretty hard for the side of Bigetron era to stopping Caramel. But the thing is, Violet in the top lane, getting the turret. That is very objective movement, while Violet being chased out a little bit by the Circle Eagle along with the Soul Bloom. But that is not going to be the main thing here. Caramel jumping in, using that rhythm, but unable to get anyone from Bigetron.
Okay, Blazing Duet opening up again, but Shell is just being burst down again by Violet being the front line to front instead. But the Feather Airstrike is being the one taken down using that, leaving only Fulni, Thal, and also Caramel needs to move back. 4 people still on standing, and yet the 3rd turtle hasn't really risen.
Oh, sadly for Chinchao, that's why I was like mentioning it before. It's pretty hard for Clan to avoid the presence from the cloud. 2 times being targeted, 2 times being picked off. But Uni, right now, it might be the food or maybe the prey for this Teresa. But thank God she still have that flicker tool going back a little bit, while Vival, the position is being known here by presence of Tall, but I don't think that they will try to do anything towards Vival. She's a monster at this point.
Maybe they're just waiting for that blue buff, but then again, it's quite aggressive here, baiting out that Blazing Duet with the hard guard opening again. But sadly, there isn't much movement trying to commit that on, because not to mention that you need to remember that the 3rd turtle is going to respawn in like 15 seconds.
It is. And now, for Bigetron era side, they are leading by 2 or 3,000 gold lead here. And now for Bigetron, they might want to go for chasing everyone down for a GPX after getting that second movement. That Turtle had already spawned, but Violet doing what she knows. She was like, okay, I'm gonna do the split, let's try to get something. But in the mid lane, Tall receiving quite a lot of damage, but not for so long, because I don't think like Bigetron era want to have a big fight outside of the triple pit, because they really aim for that. They want to play objectively.
Okay, trying to find a great way here, but can see that the Joy is trying to set up there. And even with Shell, trying to find a great way. Vivian trying to zone out, find more info, find where the players of GPX Basreng are, and then reveal their location. But their retribution power is just ready in the bottom side with that lava beetle down there. So far, the Lord has just been started, but then again, and there's quite of an island battle up there. Didn't really forgot at all, but okay, bouncing ball going in with the Tyrant's Rage didn't really get anybody, but then again, need to play it safe. Baited out that hard card from Funi at a penalty zone, going in onto 2 people, and it's just too powerful. A flicker going on for defensive, but being right in front again. A circling eagle onto the back line, but Violet has joined into the war. All of the skirmishes, getting out of those skills, not to mention that the Lord, they're just trying to start for Bigetron era. GPX Basreng really needs to look that out.
No, but look at that. From the side of Bigetron era, they are going to be able to secure that Lord.
Caramel.
And Chal will be the main target, but look at that killing spree coming from Caramel's side.
Okay, getting Vivel is still in the front line again. Maybe trying to commit
Violet.
penalty zone onto 3 people. Then again, Vivel trying to beat out, but Violet is just too powerful. Okay, bit of a Tyrant's Range here, but with the Feather Airstrike, hasn't really taken down with a decimation. And a secure one right there. Vivian tried to pull in onto the side of Chincha with Electrifying Beast taken down, but even there is a shutdown for Vivel, leaving only Chinzy himself and a double kill for the Angela.
Oh, they are doing that with that double kill into that Booney. Securing 2 kills. Well, we see that actually from the instant replay. No, how is the position is actually not really well. I mean, like Tal was doing all she can to stop the movement from the side of Bigetron era, but Caramel coming in with those damage is actually pretty huge here, and stopping some of the players from the side of Bigetron era and shutting down the Martyrs is actually a huge stuff right there. So it's still a very good condition coming from the side of GPX Basreng, despite from Bigetron era they're still having the lead here, and the lead is like 300 or 400 golds.
I can starting to see that GPX Basreng is trying to gain up to Bigetron era. They want to put up more of a fight here. And then again, we have to still go on pretty slowly. Not to mention that from Bigetron era, needs to play out this very, very well. From Violet, I really respected that she's trying to split push here, but then again, getting in with the hard guard here, trying with a jab and a strike, but 3 people from there. Caramel is opening up with that blazing duet.
Violet.
Then again, Violet needs to move back, but there is no way escaping from the first kill from Funi.
They're chasing down Fumi here. Funi will be chased down, and I don't think like she will be able to survive that one. I mean, like Chin's Pasha is there with a very rare strike as well. So locking down every single player of GPX Basreng, they are not stopping the movement, the pressure, and everything else. But Caramel, it's a risky movement. Will she survive that one? Tal is still there. Bouncing ball, able to secure Caramel's side.
Okay, it is a slow movement. How Bigetron era plays so neatly, taking one turret after another. So finally, right in the middle one, they've been able to do so.
Yes. Well, it's 11 minutes inside of the Land of Land, going for 12 minutes so far. Bigetron era piled up again the goals differences. For this child, she's just so free, having what she wants. She's having the Chorus side, Demon Hunter Sword, Golden Staff, and going for the Demon Hunter Sword. It's a complete package already for this Cloud, and after having that Demon Hunter Sword, I think it's going to be harder for the side of GPX to handle this Cloud. Unless, from the side of Bigetron Era, they're making the mistakes here. The count of the damage really needs to be proper from the side of GPX to go and aiming for Bigetron Era.
Okay, seeing that problem in Bigetron Era, trying to start Caramel from the back line, trying to steal that in. With the electrifying beats, didn't really get anybody, it's just merely a distraction. But then again, an anti-CC onto that, a hard guard trying to select in but not committed yet. For Bigetron Era, still finding a great moment. So far, that Lord has just been resetted.
They are not going to be forcing it for too far because they know that Caramel is still there. They don't want Caramel to be able to steal out the Lord here. So for the side of Bigetron Era, they want to be sure over the players that they can pick off or even getting the objectives here. Because one slight mistake, just like what we talked before, what we mentioned before, it can change the game into the complete the other side. So right now, Bigetron Era start to poke again into the Lord while tall, opening up all of the bushes. So they can have the information of what they need to do next, and the Lord is being resetted again.
Okay, getting again with Feather Airstrike on from the backline and a shutdown onto Caramel, and that is an expensive move instead. But Bigetron Era really want to focus on the Lord here, leaving GPX Basreng weren't able to give up a good fight because their retribution power is just taken down.
That's the thing. After getting the Caramel down, Bigetron Era will definitely go and aim for that Lord. That is a clear statement right there from Bigetron Era. You want it, you cannot get it because I am the one who could have stole it from you guys.
I want it, I get it.
You don't.
I want it, I get it.
You don't get it. But yeah, there you go. Tall will be the main target right here. But that rage is being opened up. But for what cause?
A lot of skills all out.
Yeah, but C is still gonna be taken down no matter what happens.
Okay, trying to find a great way also. BTR's classic press down. And they have to put on a good defense because remember, that Lord is just marching right from the bottom lane. And from BTR's Era, it's just trying to force in a lot of ways to go in because Caramel is just leaving only seconds away for defensing all of this. Even one player is just out of sight. It will be a full commitment onto Bigetron Era taking it down. For example, like the Paquito up there, even Violet gets drained into the half of the HP. Not to mention that our Lord is here and will be barging in with the penalty zone from Fumi and also the Feather Airstrike onto the backline again. Bit of a suppress there and a hard guard trying to support in, but it's just too much. Conceal opening up again, but even the Lord didn't really budge in. Circling Eagle with a bit of an airborne, but then again, didn't really commit that much. Need to move back, but it's just too full-blown aggressive. Tyrus Ray trying to charge in again with another airborne here, and then pinning it down. One of the players from GPX Basreng is just taken down. Chin Chao needs to focus more here. Even the minion wave has been taken down with the penalty zone. Then again, activated with the Feather Airstrike from the back line, taking it down, dealing a lot of damage, but sadly cannot fully on commit because there's no more minion for them to push in.
But still though, they are able to secure tall and getting the base turret at the bottom lane and almost getting top and also mid one. So for GPX Basreng, the harder their homework will be here to handle all of the things that Bigetron Era did. But it takes like 50 seconds before the next Lord to appear. Again, this Lord will be very important. Whoever got it might have the chance to have a little bit of upper hand. If it's a GPX Basreng, they can prolong the game and maybe even try to change the game into the other side. But if it's not, I mean like, Bigetron Era is on the edge to win the second game.
Okay, no, slowly but steady, pressing down again. It's just a matter of seconds where you want to start. Caramel quite far off here. A bit of a counter here with Climb, but Shell needs to move back with a Feather Airstrike following up again with dealing a lot of damage and even a double kill onto BTR Era's one and only jungler. And leaving out again, Chin Chao pushing onto the back again, circling Eagle onto the back line with Tal being in the front. Needs to move back again. and slowly but steady, but keeps on pushing a bit of a concealed open up with the minion wave getting in, surging and staging in, getting all of that. But Ta is just taken down with one penalty zone, and even Jin Chao needs to move back with that feathering airstrike. And that's a great move where Shell focused on the base so you can get that point. Another clean 2-0.
Another 2-0, and now it's been taken in the hand of Bigetron era after having a very good condition, having really good movement from them. They're having a really but yeah, we will just jump into the highlights to see what is actually going on with 14 assists. Hello, this is the forgettable one. Nah, with the 14 assists here on the head of this Cloud. He's having 741 GPM. We can see that how many times Chell using the Blazing Duet to help up the war, to try to spread out the damage to be given to the side of GPX Basreng. And with that full Demon Hunter Sword along with the Golden Staff, I think the penetration towards GPX is easier than we thought it would be. And Chinchao was struggling to even survive on that condition. The decimation again from Vival is like very determined. Look at that one, decimation directly, not using it to the other, but oh, I won that one and I got it. The 2 kills, the one that they are securing, and not being too greedy to get more, but go directly towards that objective. It's what leads them to have a bigger vision inside of the Land of Dawn and getting more advantage.
I really do agree. A lot of times Chinzi tried to start in with the feather airstrike, and okay, we need to see that highlight of that ending moment.
The ending moment.
That feather airstrike just flew away.
Yeah, the collaboration with that Matilda, Farsha, the combo that is always
yeah, I want to see that. I want to see this. How that feather airstrike just got extended.
It was dragged into the other side.
It was dragged and also extended. Even the range really got it. I really want to give a honorable mention here to Tal. The way that the Tyrant's range was just pushed back into all 4 players is just very, very much. But sadly, that wasn't enough to stop them. This was the match MVP is from BTR Shell with another 0-1-14 KDA with an 88% kill participation and a 741 GPM. With our item builds here, a Corrosion Slide, a DHS, and Golden Staff, and also
Sea Halberd. Sea Halberd prevents the all of the heal and also like this life steal from the opponent side. So they're respecting here from the side of team GPX, especially Caramel with that. What is that one that she's using? Oh, the joy.
The joy is much of a madness.
The joy to the world. But yeah, it's 16-6 here from the side of team Bigetron era, and they are trying so hard to get a revenge things. That's why Caramel was trying to move around, getting something, but not as easy as it will be, because the movement coming from this Joy is actually being stopped a lot by the presence of Viva or even Rumi. Fumi was doing a really great job with the penalty zone. Like, she is opening up a lot of initiations to help Chal to use the blade of this Blazing Duet, and she is like having 14 assists. It's a huge things for the Chal, despite that Vivian is always opening up a way to let Viva going in towards GPX Basreng. So it was a splendid movement and splendid performance from Bigetron